Our tool is digicourse. It seeks to support inclusive online education for all. I am Caitlin. I'm finishing up my master's degree here at the University of Michigan in Educational Studies. He is a mechanical engineering undergraduate student getting his teacher certification. Digicourse actually arose out of my own experience with current digital social annotation tools, namely my frustration with these tools and their counterintuitive design, clunky user interface, and the way they essentially belied like the social discursive goals of themselves through their inaccessibility. Made me think about ways to design a better digital social annotation tool. As I sought to do this, listening to feedback from my peers, looking at the research, hearing what instructors were saying and their intended learning objectives for these digital social annotation activities, we came to realize that in order to make these activities and learning more meaningful for students, we needed to increase means of access for students with a specific focus on these three domains: traditional access, digital access, and cognitive access. With this identification, we sought to get more information and feedback from users. So we looked at current market competitors, talked to current educators, mainly in higher education, about the identifications that they have and what students need within their classrooms, the things that they themselves need as instructors to create inclusive online content, and the considerations of like a technological tool that would make it useful for them in an educational context in order to design digicourse in such a way that it could fit within different environments, such as classrooms to begin with, but hopefully we also think that digicourse would be really suited for digital social annotation in informal learning environments as well. From all of this work that we've done, we came to realize that in order to make a meaningful like digital social annotation tool, we really need to center students with disabilities and creating multiple means and pathways of access, with the understanding that by doing this, this would benefit all students. With all of this information, we started with digicourse by thinking about what a digital social annotation tool is trying to do. If we understand that teachers are currently using text annotation and strategies to talk to the text with their students in order just to scaffold their comprehension and their writing and critical analysis skills, with the identification that this will benefit K-12 students and beyond, because these are essential skills in different spaces, and we're imagining here mainly collaborative and digital spaces. We continue to focus on inclusivity and equity for students by centering like the needs and the voices of those that are marginalized, such as students with disabilities. We have done this by creating pathways and affordances for multicultural and multimodal interaction and knowledge making.
This is our prototype for digicourse. This annotation tool is intended for K-12 and college students. We have two selections on the homepage. The design is mainly for educators, but students can use this too as a resource to learn more about universal design, equity, accessibility, and so on. Today we will be focusing on the student aspect, the discuss side. Before we move on, we do have a couple features up on top: screen reader, translator, and zoom in or out. Here's our class, our assigned reading, and a brief description of the assignment. Now we have the assigned reading. There are several tools up here per the feedback of students who want more access and engagement of the technologies they are using. The tools can be enabled, disabled, or rearranged. Hypothesis and perusal are lacking these features. One tool on display is to view or hide the annotations. Another issue with hypothesis and perusal is that we do not know who made the annotations. So there may be a section full of highlighting, but no names attached. Here we can see that Caitlin has made a comment. I would like to open the thread, so I click on her icon. Here we see a few comments. comments. Say I am a K through 12 student and I need a reminder of what's going on or need to track my progress. We can click on this check mark here. Back to the article with annotations. If we hit view thread, down here, notice that we can reply with various multimodalities like audio recording, providing a link, an image, or a text. K through 12 may find these fun to use, especially when attaching an image to their reply. There are also quick reactions such as a like. We also provide an audio transcription for any audio recordings. We can also collapse a thread to focus on Caitlin's annotation by clicking on a highlighted text. Here we see the multimodalities again. After we are done providing comment, we can hide all the annotations again and continue with our reading.
If we were to receive funding, this is how we plan to use that money to support our goals. You will see here that we've allotted a lot of our funds very specifically to ensuring that experts' voices and feedback is something that we return to iteratively in our design process to ensure that access continues to be granted for all students.